Taking to his Instagram on Tuesday, Michael Chandler shared his thoughts on the Conor McGregor vs. Dustin Poirier fight and discussed what would have happened if McGregor didn't break his leg at UFC 264. Here's the clip.
Thoughts on Conor versus Dustin? Man, it's a hard one, because a lot of people say, Dustin was just going to run through him. I don't know if Dustin necessarily runs through him, Chad Mendes ran through Conor, and then Chad Mendes, lost that fight. Conor is better than we think he is a lot of times at dealing with the early onslaught and the early adversity and the early takedown and the early wrestling and grappling. He is good at it. This one, obviously, he broke his freaking leg. It didn't look good. Poirier was pouring it on him. But, man, I just wanted to see that fight more as a fan. I wanted to see at least another round, 2 rounds of those guys fighting. But I think Poirier wins that fight. I think Poirier would have won that fight. But I don't think you can necessarily say, hey, because of the first round, he would have smashed him. Imagine if Charles Oliveira would have broke his leg in the last phone call coming in. But what I was saying is, imagine if Charles Oliveira would have broke his hand, broke his elbow, broke his shoulder, broke his leg, broke his foot at the end of that first round. Now, this is me, basically crapping on myself right now. This is what you got to do. You got to take the fighter hat off, put the analyst hat on, and say, imagine if Charles Oliveira would have broke his foot or ankle at the end of round 1. We could have easily said, well, Chandler was about to run through him. Chandler would have done what he did in the first round for 2, 3, 4, and 5, would have ran through him or would have knocked him out. And what happened? I got caught in the second round. Charles Oliveira is your lightweight champion. So you can't necessarily say, hey, just because Poirier beat Conor that badly in the first round, that he would have definitely beat him. When McGregor is healthy, would I fight him? Of course. I would fight Conor. I still think Conor is one of the top guys in the division. He's getting a hard time right now because of his antics and because he is so loud and proud. He falls hard. But heavy is the crown, man. The guy's the king of promotion. The guy is the king of getting people interested. Everybody's interested in watching him fight. So heavy is the crown, and that fall from grace is really tough.
On Tuesday, Conor McGregor shared an image on Instagram of his green and black Lamborghini 63 yacht by Technomar, a superboat that very closely resembles the land-based supercar. The vessel is 63 feet long with 2 bedrooms that can reach a top speed of 70 miles per hour thanks to its 4,000 horsepower engine. Only 63 of the yachts were made, and McGregor received number 12 in homage to the Proper 12 whiskey he created. The cost of this yacht is $3.5 million. On Tuesday, former UFC middleweight champion Michael Bisping shared a video of him and his son Callum pushing it to the limits in training.
You okay, son? It's okay. Big deep breaths. Just hold on to me. You're good. You're very pale again. You okay, good? Yeah. Whoa. Put your arm around me. It's okay. Just pushed it very, very hard in case you think about it. You're a pussy. He did way more than me. I made him do sprints, jumping up high, squat jumps left and back and forth, push-ups, fight for underhooks, in between sprints and 4-mile hill run. Absolutely killed it. Pushed it very hard, and I'm proud of you, man. I'm proud of you. Look at this. This is how you get a better athlete. You push yourself to the absolute fucking limit. There you go. Well done, son. I'm proud of you. Thank you.
Callum Bisping leaves for England tomorrow to try out for the wrestling team to represent Great Britain in next year's Commonwealth Games. Pushing hard on the cardio before he leaves, today was a killer. 4-mile hill run with push-ups, squat jumps, sprints, fighting for underhooks, and many more torturous exercises thrown in. He pushed it to the absolute limit. Very proud of the work ethic. You get out what you put in sports or anything in life. You want it? Go and get it. Have a good day. Earlier this week, former UFC light heavyweight champion Jon Jones turned 34. Taking to his social media on Wednesday, Jones thanked his fans and family for the support.
What's up? Hola. Bonjour. ¿Cómo se va? Oi, tudo bem? Just wanted to say what's up to all my friends and family members, supporters from all around the world. Had such a phenomenal birthday. It was so amazing to hear from all of you guys. You guys made me feel so loved and so warm, and it was just awesome. So if I haven't wrote you back personally yet, I want to let you know that I love you. Thank you for all the support and the well wishes on my birthday, and I hope to see you soon.
Speaking on the recent episode of the Chael Sonnen Show with George Sedano, the American Gangster sent the following birthday wishes to his longtime rival, Jon Jones.
So, what are we wishing him? Are
That
we wishing him a
music's
happy
wonderful,
birthday? Are you good
George.
with that or no?
Hey, I can wish him a happy birthday. If I was to give him a birthday wish, though, and this might surprise you, I would not be my typical jerk of a self. If I could give him a birthday wish, Jon, I wish that you would make up your mind, right? I must secretly be a little bit of a Jon Jones fan because I do miss seeing him compete. I am very interested in the Jon Jones experiment, which is the great 205-pounder taking some time, changing his physiology, putting on some size, and going up to heavyweight. I like that. He's in a little bit of a jam right now. He was supposed to be the #1 contender and fight for a championship. We see that that simply is not going to happen in a reasonable period of time. I would like for Jon to steer his attention to Stipe Miocic.
Speaking on SiriusXM Fight Nation 156, Anthony Smith explained why the notion of Conor McGregor's leg being injured pre-fight against Dustin Poirier isn't a legitimate reason for his UFC 264 loss. Here's the clip.
Everyone who loses has an excuse. It's just it's new for Conor to be like that. The point of that is we're all banged up going in. Again, the sport is very hard, and you put your body. The fight's the easiest part. Making it through a training camp as uninjured as possible is the tough part. So I would say Conor wasn't any more hurt than Dustin was going into that fight. It's not me saying Conor wasn't banged up or his legs weren't bothering him or his shin wasn't cracked up or whatever, but he wasn't any more injured than Dustin Poirier was, and that's my perspective at it from like an athlete. Like, it's easy for a fan or someone that's never done it to say, well, he was hurt. Well, we're all hurt. Every single one of us, every single time we fight. There's not one person ever say they could go in 100% healthy. So his excuses are very invalid to me. So like, to the general public, makes sense that people would be making, buying that excuse. But Conor knows that all of us don't buy it because we're all hurt too. So that's kind of how I look at it. So he's not lobbying to us.
Yeah.
It's to the general public, the buyers, the pay-per-view, the pay-per-view buyers. Those are the people he needs to convince. But he knows he's never going to convince us.